There's a new concern regarding the outbreak of Ebola in the U.S., the waste associated with it. After the death of Ebola victim Eric Duncan, every item he came in contact with while he was infected and living in his Dallas apartment is being handled with care. All of his belongings were taken away in plastic bags and placed in a 55-gallon drum, which were transported to a Port Arthur, Texas facility where they will be burned to ashes. The ashes were originally going to be discarded in a Louisiana landfill, but no longer will be due to the objections of the Louisiana Attorney General. The Attorney General is concerned that the ashes are potentially hazardous and should not be transported across the state lines. Dr. Gavin McGregor, the Skinner Global Project Manager for the Elizabeth R. Griffin Research Foundation, says the Attorney General is uninformed about the proper handling of Ebola waste and that his concern is adding to hysteria.
Incineration is going to kill the virus, but then again, if he's concerned, you do a simple test on the waste and you show there's no virus in there. And we know that that's a waste of money, a waste of resources, because that virus is dead. Is not infectious, has no risk, zero risk to the environment, to people, to anyone being infectious.
Although the ashes themselves pose no risk, the waste company sent out a statement saying it will not ship the Ebola ashes across state lines in order to avoid legal conflicts with Louisiana's Attorney General. The issue of how to deal with the waste from Ebola patients is a concern for hospitals across the country. In order for hospitals to safely sanitize and dispose of the Ebola waste, they must use a large device called an autoclave. Walter Cassidy from Baylor Hospital explains.
It's a specialized waste and it requires on-site incineration or placed in an autoclave, which means it's sterilized here on site before we ship it off to the final disposition.
Most hospitals don't have these large-scale devices and do not have the funds to procure one, making the prospects of dealing with potential Ebola patients and the enormous amounts of waste that they produce even more daunting. With Murrow News, I'm Madison Cowan.